Olsen stops weaving, he's going to nail the throttle, and Yellerly will want to do the same to avoid being jumped by Mikael Ammermuller. Ammermuller in his turn will want to avoid being jumped by Dylan Pereira. Away goes Dennis Olsen, with him goes Nick Yellerly, and look in fourth place, Dylan Pereira, the red and white car, does not get a run on Mikael Ammermuller. Robert Lucas with the yellow tail end at the back of this queue, trying to find a way by. He can't get past either. Trying to get by Josh Webster, that didn't work for him. Nick Yellerly, though, under attack from Mikael Ammermuller. This is lap 10 of 11, 2 to go here at Spa-Francorchamps. Oh, and Josh Webster just holding on at the back of the queue under Robert Lucas, or was he? Yes, I think he did. Ammermuller still in third. Hold tight as we run down into Spa-Francorchamps. Honest to God, if you were in the passenger seat here, you'd be certain you were going to die. The speed, the violence of these cars does not come across on the camera. Of the long, fast Kemmel Straight, now you'd be going, okay, brake, brake, please brake, please brake, please brake. Finally, he gets on the anchors, thrown forward into his seatbelts by gravity, and on the grass, and out of the action is Mattia Drudi. Now, did he get it wrong under braking, or was the door closed on him? Dennis Olsen leads from Nick Yellerly, Mikael Ammermuller right with him. He's shaken off Dylan Pereira. Ammermuller now trying to take up the race to Dennis Olsen, the leader. Fifth place is still Zaid Ashkanani. And he was the one who was battling with Mattia Drudi. Green flag's out now. I wonder if Mattia Drudi has got on his way at Lecon, by the way. Oh, Nick Yellerly now with Mikael Ammermuller inside him. Ammermuller's got to run through Pouon, and Yellerly's out very, very wide indeed. Flew over the curbs, loses 2 places, coming back on behind Dylan Pereira. Up the inside, Stephen Palette. He goes by Zaid Ashkanani. So too does the orange and grey car of Henrik Skog, grey and orange even. Matt Campbell's got by as well. So they've all jumped Zaid Ashkanani, and what happened there? Well, let's have a look. Mattia Drudi, the green car, Ashkanani trying to come around the outside. Oh, Mattia Drudi just closing the door a little too much, trying to get on the racing line. And that, I don't think, will result in a penalty for Zaid Ashkanani. He looked as if he was coming pretty much straight up the road. He didn't move towards Mattia Drudi, it was the other way round. Mattia Drudi just misjudged that one. Contact put him into a spin under braking, or a half spin, and that, I'm afraid, was the end of his top 6 finish. So Dennis Olsen leads, Mikael Ammermuller in second place ahead of Dylan Pereira on the final lap. Nick Yellerly, that second place, has slipped away from him. He's now down to 4th position, and right behind him is Matt Campbell. Then a little gap back to the battle for 6th position. Stephen Palette still holding on to that. Paul Rees, number 21, behind the battle between Daniele Diamato and Igor Valilko. Drudi and Ashkanani, that should be investigated because, of course, there was contact between the 2 cars, but don't see there being a penalty for either man. Last time up the long, fast Kemmel Straight. Dennis Olsen leads, Mikael Ammermuller yet again under pressure from Dylan Pereira. I think Nick Yellerly's only hope of a podium here now is if Dylan Pereira miscues an attack on Mikael Ammermuller and either one or both of them go off. Ammermuller got his nose inside Nick Yellerly. Ammermuller's been very good over the last couple of seasons at keeping his powder dry and only having maybe even 1 lunge a race. But when he does, it's confident, and it's into a gap that's just about big enough, and that's all you can ask in these cars, a gap that's just about big enough. Matt Campbell in 5th, closing on the red and yellow car of Nick Yellerly. But Dylan Pereira there in 3rd place, trying to find a way by Mikael Ammermuller, which is what he's been doing all race long. The difference now is that he is in a podium finishing position, and Mikael Ammermuller is up to 2nd rather than being in 3rd. Henrik Skog versus Robert Lucas. Lucas showing a little bit of damage on the front of the car, but sweeps through Piff Paff, inside outside or outside inside, gets through and just about hangs on in front of the Swede. Zaid Ashkanani now at the back of that little group. Oh, and more trouble, and that is Gianmarco Carashimi and Daniele Diamato, 2 Italians, and who else is in there as well? Crikey. It is one of the Almeiras cars, and I think that must be Philippe Morin. Yellow flags are out, but the checkered awaits. Dennis Olsen will win his 3rd race of the season. Double victory from double pole in Spa-Francorchamps. Never raced here in the dry before. Qualified fastest with both his first and second laps in his first ever dry qualifying session, and has won 2 dry races. Mikel Ammermuller in 2nd. Dylan Pereira in 3rd. Nick Yellowly just off the podium in 4th place, and a lot more sweeping up to do. There's some very badly mangled cars. Igor Valilko off the track as well. It all went horribly wrong on the final lap, didn't it? I think everybody is out of their cars. Not quite yet. Or are they? I think so. Daniele Diamato's car there with its back to us. Igor Valilko off in the gravel. And Gianmarco Karashmimi is the car facing us. Well, everybody else has headed back into Parc Fermé. Dennis Olsen, Mikel Ammermuller and Dylan Pereira, our podium finishers, head round on the lap of honour. It is a 2nd win in a row for Dennis Olsen, who closes the championship leader down once again. Dennis Olsen, 2 very timely wins here at Spa-Francorchamps, adding to his victory at Silverstone. He's now only 1 win behind Mikel Ammermuller. Let's take a look and see what happens here. I think this is Philippe Morin. Through goes Gianmarco Karashmini. Goes out wide, loses it, comes back on. Morin can't avoid him. Big thump. Oh, and that noise you heard behind, I have a feeling that was Daniele Diamato, unable to avoid the carnage. And there's Karashmini, and Diamato had nowhere to go. Bang into the back of the Frenchman's car, and didn't quite see in that where Igor Valilko, he shot off down the hill into the gravel trap, didn't he? That's right. Lots of tidying up to do. That was a bit of a bruising race, I'm afraid. 2 safety cars, and if they hadn't been perhaps quite so time sensitive, might have been a 3rd one there. However, lots of action for the massed crowds. Look at that, there's a Norwegian flag even being waved for Dennis Olsen, our double race winner. What if he picks that out as he's meandering past the sea of orange? Mikel Ammermuller on his way back, picking up some dirt and debris. Damage on the front of his car, give an indication of just how close the racing has been.